There is a growing topic out there right now that the Browns could get Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders, which a month ago seemed impossible. But right now, Vegas actually thinks it's becoming more and more likely as we get closer to the NFL draft. So I want to break this down on today's episode because I want to give credit to, I believe it's Nick Pedon or Nick Pedone. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your last name, Nick. But he was kind of the first one to notice that just 2 days ago, it was 1,200 plus 1,200 for the Browns to get Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders. And then 12 hours later, the odds jumped up to plus 850. All right. And now fast forward to today, Friday, and it's now plus 320. That is a major shift in the betting lines. So we're going to break down how realistic this really is, what needs to happen, and most importantly, is this something I want to see happen or we want to see happen? But make sure you are subscribed to the channel because when news and rumors like this comes out, we're the first ones to get a video to you all. So scroll on down, click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Now, in order for this to happen, step one is a very easy step. It's select Travis Hunter at number 2. The real question we should be asking ourselves is it not getting both Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders? It is, will Shedeur Sanders fall to pick 33? And then, do the Browns want to use that pick on Shedeur? If you feel that both those things are very likely, then this is an excellent bet because I can guarantee you almost that they're going to take Travis Hunter at number 2. Now, the real question is, will Shedeur Sanders fall? I want to run through all of the teams that could have an interest in a quarterback in round 1, and then whether or not I feel that Shedeur is a realistic fit there. So we'll start off at number 1, Tennessee Titans. Obviously, that's not going to happen. They are taking Cam Ward, so cross them off the list. Cleveland Browns. They are going to go with Travis Hunter, it looks like. So cross the Browns off the list. The New York Giants. This is where things can get a little bit interesting. The Giants sent their whole unit out to Colorado for an extra workout with Shedeur. The growing trend is, or the growing sense is, the Giants are not going to go quarterback at number 3. I think Abdul Carter is the play here. So if Shedeur gets past the Giants at 3, it could be a little bit of a free fall. The Jets are next up at 7. I don't expect a new regime to reach on a quarterback at 7, right? They signed Justin Fields to a pretty nice 2-year contract, and when you're picking top 10 because the previous regime was bad at their jobs, you should take advantage of that. You should go out and get the best player, not force a quarterback pick when you're not really on the hook for figuring out the quarterback problem in year 1 with a brand new head coach and GM. So I don't think Sanders is going to go to either New York teams at this rate. So now we keep on moving. The Saints are up next at number 9. This has been a popular destination for Shedeur over the last couple of weeks with the Browns kind of cooling off. The Giants signed 2 quarterbacks in free agency. And right now, the Saints are in a weird spot with Derek Carr. But Adam Schefter, less than 48 hours ago, said the Saints are not in on Shedeur Sanders. So if you want to take Schefty's word for it, he does not believe Shedeur is going to become a reality. Now, the curveball here is Derek Carr because he could be missing all of 2025. If that happens, I don't think Mickey Loomis, the Saints GM, who's had that job for a long time, and first-year head coach Kellen Moore are going to make a panic pick for a quarterback. There are a lot of roster holes for the Saints. I am selling the idea that New Orleans takes Shedeur at number 9. I think they're going to try and address some of their other roster needs and maybe circle back to quarterback in day 2. But I don't believe that Derek Carr's recent injury news is going to shock their nervous system and go, we got to get a quarterback at 9. We have to get one at 9 now. Throw all of our work over the last 2.5 months out the window because DC is dealing with a shoulder injury. We got to reach on one in the top 10. That's not the sense I get, and that's not the prediction I'm going to make. Now, we're going to look at the other teams that could have interest in Shedeur, whether or not they're going to take him, and if they don't, could the Browns snag him at 33 or trade back into round 1 to get him? First things first, though, I do want to give a quick shout-out to our friends over at Mando. Spring is in the air. The weather is warming up. I'm looking forward to continuing my walks to work. It's like a 1.5 mile walk. And in the Texas heat, that can cause quite a sweat. So if you don't want to walk into your office being sweaty or get to school smelling bad, then check out Mando. What I like most about Mando is that the starter pack comes with so many options and so many awesome accessories with it. It's got um, the mini body wash, deodorant wipes, cream tube deodorant, solid stick deodorant. So many awesome features included. Now, whole body deodorant is safe to use anywhere on your body. You can use it on your pits, your thighs, your folds, your belly buttons, butt cracks, anywhere, you name it. Mando starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping. As a special offer for our listeners, new customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code CHAT. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack when you use code CHAT at shopmando.com. Go to shopmando.com. Use promo code CHAT to get $5 off. Please support our show and tell them that the Browns Report sent you. I put all that information in the comments and description of today's video. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Mando. So let's say Shedeur gets past the Saints at 9. A wild card I'll toss out there, the Indianapolis Colts. Every year or so, we get a surprise pick in the early stage of the draft, and every few years, we get a surprise quarterback pick. I mean, the Bears took Justin Fields after they signed Andy Dalton to a nice contract in free agency. Hell, last year, the Falcons took Michael Penix in the top 10 when they signed Kirk Cousins. So, if you want who's an under-the-radar team to take a quarterback, maybe Indianapolis. They signed Daniel Jones in free agency, but if they don't expect Shedeur to get to 14, and they are mind blown that he's available. They're cooling off on Anthony Richardson. That could be a surprise pick for Shedeur Sanders, but I don't think that's where he ends up either. So with that, we move along to 21, the next destination I could see a quarterback getting selected in round 1, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's unpack this for a moment. We've got a couple of things to break down. One, some conflicting messaging. We got recent reports that Mike Tomlin loves Shedeur Sanders. Then I've got Aaron Wilson hopping on Texans Today with Chat Sports coworker Jeremy Chuggs, where he said, yeah, not so much when it comes to Mike Tomlin and Shedeur Sanders. So a little bit of, misreporting, not misreporting, but just conflicting reporting out there on Shedeur Sanders and any interest from the Steelers. Now, there's Aaron Rodgers, who continues to hang out on the street right now, waiting to make a decision whether or not he wants to play for Pittsburgh or retire. On the Pat McAfee show, he was very public and he was very just open and honest about the possibility of retiring. So that made things a little bit convoluted for the Steelers in terms of what they should plan on during the draft, whether or not they expect to have Aaron Rodgers on this team. They've been courting him and pursuing him for over a month at this point. I mean, if you got a free subscription for like Netflix or something you didn't cancel, you got billed already by the time Aaron Rodgers had some interest and has not made a decision. So let's say the Steelers decide we are going to bank on Rodgers and we're not going to rock the boat by taking a quarterback in round 1 and scare him away. We're just going to play it safe. We're going to go with like Derek Harmon, defensive tackle, and try and find a Cam Hayward replacement. If Shedeur passed the Steelers at 21, another possibility would be the Rams at 26. I think it's been like 2 or 3 straight years where everyone mocks the Rams to take a surprise quarterback in round 1, and that doesn't happen. Stafford's got 2 years remaining on his contract. He got a new deal or just more money added to his deal during the offseason back in February, where he was in between the Rams and the Giants and ultimately stayed put out west. So I want to believe the Rams are content with Stafford for the foreseeable future, and they don't go quarterback in round 1. So if all that happens, which that's a lot to happen, but I've said for a while on the channel, I think it's more likely Shedeur goes closer to 32 than pick number 1. If all that happens, and the Browns get Travis Hunter at 2, everyone passes on Shedeur in round 1, there's a very real possibility the Browns at 33 could jump up a few spots in round 1 to get him, or just honestly stay put. If he's gone that far and all those teams passed on him, sure, there's the possibility the Giants at 34 jump back into round 1 ahead of the Browns at 33 and take Shedeur Sanders, but my sense would be if they really like Shedeur, they probably would have played it safe and just taken him at 3 and not wait and see if anyone else took him, right? That seems like a huge gamble for a GM on the hot seat right now who's done extensive homework on Sanders and all the other quarterbacks in this class. You really think he'd put his faith in the other 31 teams after his pick at number 3 and before his pick at 34 to not take him? I'd think no. I think if Shedeur was the Giants guy, he'd be the pick at 3. So I feel that if you want Sanders, wait till 33. Don't get nervous. Don't be tempted to give up one of your third-round picks to jump back into round 1. At that stage, I don't think it's worth it. Now, if Sanders is there at pick 33, I want to say I'd love that pick. I want to. It'd be fun, right? Because in one way, you're getting two players that the fan base was split on going into this pre-draft process as to who to select at 2. We were all at each other's throats over Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter, Shedeur Sanders. You're walking with 2 out of those 3 players. It's hard not to look at that as an all-time haul by Andrew Berry. But on the other hand, I just go back to, I don't think Shedeur is going to be this great quarterback. I want to be wrong because no one likes to be a doubter and be a hater. But if you're looking for my honest opinion, no, I don't think Shedeur is going to be this franchise quarterback for a team. Now, picking him at 33 dramatically reduces the blowback of if it misses versus picking him at 2 and it misses. So taking a chance at him at 33, if it doesn't work out, man, 33rd is still a nice pick to have, but it's not as big of a setback as missing someone at pick number 2. So I'm not going to have like a temper tantrum or be upset or feel like the Browns blew it with that pick. It wouldn't be the pick I make, but with how valuable the quarterback position is, I can understand the thought process. And honestly, I can get behind the reasoning for taking a chance, even if it's not something I think is going to be a great pick. I don't have a crystal ball. I can't tell you I know it's going to happen in the future. So for the risk, the reward, it's probably worth it at that point. All right. That's going to do it for us on today's episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to, I can't even keep track what episode this is for the week. We've just been cranking out content for all of you at home. But Reed wants to go with 4 of hearts. I'm going to go with the 6 of hearts. Ace of spades. Ace of spades. If anyone from Torchy's Tacos headquarters is watching, put the ace of spades back on the menu. Once the diet's over, I want my ace of spades taco. All right, I'll see you all later.